But the purpose is to identify and share leading practices in asset management, reliability and maintenance, and to develop guidance for the benefit of the mining industry. And so what we actually set out to do is, do exactly what we've just done with the sharing of practices and sharing of knowledge, which thankfully Mary has done, and hopefully will spurn further conversations and feeding into potential work programs. The other piece is we want to build up this collaboration network so that we can be building off each other's skills and experiences. And then there's working out what is missing, what needs work, and so whether it's metrics, KPIs, definitions, taxonomies, etc. And the other piece is bringing in awareness of other groups that have done so. And there's many groups that are working, and so we do try to not duplicate, but to reinforce and sort of maximize the message where possible, if there is groups that have done some fantastic work. And then coordinate existing asset management groups so that the mining benefits on established standards. And if there are gaps in these standards, help to work with the community to sort of fill those gaps. And then the last one is benchmarking. And the reason I definitely need to mention this one is that we do have a benchmarking project that's been talked about for a while that needs some validation and some work. So benchmarking is definitely a key aspect of this working group, and also something that it's been challenging to do. And companies do it internally, but across the industry it has been challenging. Next slide, please, Heather. So just in terms of the focus areas for the working group at the moment, we have the surface time usage model, which is in revision, and this is just building off the processes that we have. Nothing stays static, everything needs to be reviewed, and so we do have the surface time usage model, and Zoli is actually on his way to a workshop in Kamloops later this week to sort of further progress that review with a number of mining companies. In the pipeline, we do have, like I mentioned, the benchmarking, and I'll talk briefly about that in a minute. But the other thing we've got is a time usage model for underground that is actually being led by the underground working group, but in close collaboration with the asset working group. So this is an example where working groups work together. The other piece I wanted to sort of highlight is the working group councils. So the councils is the new name for what we used to call the working group steering committee. And what we've done is we've differentiated project steering committee to working group councils. So it's just a nomenclature piece, but we do need to build up the working group council for the asset management working group. And so if you are interested, please let Heather or myself know. And then we're also, trying to sort of, I guess, ask the questions: what is the priorities of the industry, and providing further engagement with the community. Next slide, please, Heather. So on the time usage model, there is definitely some feedback, with the growth of automation, as Mary indicated. So there's some gaps that are being filled with some of the aspects from that. But I think we are evolving always, and so there is some areas of discussion. And so the idea is that between now and the end of the year and into the new year, that progress will continue, and with a idea to and this is spring North America timing. So we're sort of talking about first quarter, no later than second quarter 2027 calendar year, because we've also got financial years. Sure. So what we need is engineering and operations management people to sort of lean in and engage, and also roles responsible for mine performance reporting, and dispatch or interval control, but also the people who are actually doing the maintenance aspects is also a key. Next slide, please, Heather. So as I mentioned, on the underground, we still need steering committees, and it would be great to have steering committee members for the project from both the underground working group. We do have some already, but some from the asset management working group. And there's some workshops that have happened, and there's some further workshops that are being planned. Now, on the benchmarking, one of the things about benchmarking is that there's benchmarking is a topic from many of the working groups. So we've got a battery electric vehicle benchmarking request and project that's sort of underway. There's even a discussion around further way of benchmarking our safety data, which is unfortunately not shared as often as it should be. And there's so what we're actually doing is looking at what's the right platform to support all of these benchmarking requests and opportunities. So there's some research going underway in looking into that. But for the benchmarking for asset management, we do need to define the spoken priorities and looking at that. So any help with that would be fantastic. Next slide, please. So on the Working Group Council, we do want to have a breadth of membership, so a cross section, and so we are trying to get more mining companies, especially when there's members that have been part of the committee and have been retiring. So just I guess a fact of life that as we get older, but you don't, if we've got people who are like yourself, Gary, looking for something to do, your input would be welcome. Grounded in site experience is definitely key, and with a clear line of sight of priorities would be great. Next slide, please, Heather. So in terms of industry, so we have done surveys. We're sort of getting a sense that surveys people are surveyed out often. So we prefer to try, and we probably will still use surveys. So apologies when you see a survey come through. But we do want to have conversations, and so we are looking, and I'm currently in Perth and have a number of discussions this week with many of the mining companies based here. And Zoli, as I mentioned, is in Kamloops and is engaged with a number of mining companies and service providers as well. So conversations is also key, and so there will be some round tables that we'll actually be setting up both in person and virtual to talk through the priorities that we need from a maintenance and reliability and asset management perspective. So what we need is maintenance and reliability people from operations. So if you know someone who's been talking about some issues, please, they're the ones that we really do want to hear from. And we'll also be, making a presence at a number of I guess the key events in the industry. AusIMM have an event here in Australia, but there's other events around the world to try and also facilitate that feedback. Next slide, please, Heather. So on the engagement, you'll start to see more webinars and a cadence of working group calls. I'm keen to sort of have at least a working group call per quarter as minimum. And then also we're enabling the platform to sort of provide transparency and clarity to the work that's going on. And so as things come into the roadmap, as projects progress, you'll have greater visibility to that. And I think, next slide, please, Heather. So things I need from you is, please join anybody that wants to join the council, please let us know, or if you've got someone that you would recommend. And when we reach out to you, please, if you can feedback the input that we're seeking, that'd be great. Next slide, please, Heather. So one thing I wanted to, and we don't have a lot of time right now, so this will be in the form of a survey questionnaire, but if you've got any input on what you see are the biggest asset management and maintenance challenges, and what's keeping you awake at night, please send them through. And if you want to have a conversation about it, please reach out. If anybody of you is based in Perth, I do have some time between now and Friday, so there could be an opportunity to meet in person, but happy to have a conversation. And how can a group like GMG connect the industry? So, and Ray, you've been fantastic in this and linking us with other activities that are happening in the industry. And you gave the example of Alex's work. So if you know of any other groups that are working on key topics in this area, we like to know. We may know about them. We may already have an existing relationship with them. We may even be a partner, or we might even be collaborating already. But sometimes, and many times, we are unaware sometimes of other groups. So any help that you can provide in making us aware of activities would be great. And finally, next slide. So from today, we will circulate the presentation, I think, Mary, with your consent, and also do encourage you to reach out to Mary for follow-on conversations. We've got the Kamloops time usage model, so if you're in the neighbourhood on the 27th, come on by. There's plenty of room, but if you know anybody in the area, please let them know. We do have more time usage model operator sessions scheduled. And we'll get them also advertised on on our website. But the key thing I want to is we do need to get the underground time usage model steering committee filled out, and we do also want to get the council filled out. So I'll be reaching out to all of you with those along with the industry inputs. So with that, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you, Mary, for a fantastic presentation. And if you've got any further feedback, please send them through.